The starship UES Harmony moved slowly through space toward the distant planet. Captain Lisa Morgan stood on the bridge, watching the blue and purple world grow larger on the main screen. After 3 years of travel, they had finally reached their destination. "Captain, we are picking up signals from the planet," said Lieutenant Amy Foster from her station. "They seem to be trying to communicate with us." Lisa felt her heart race with excitement. This was the moment humanity had dreamed of for centuries. First contact with an alien species. She had trained for this mission for 5 years, learning every protocol for peaceful meetings with other intelligent life. "Put the signals through the translator," Lisa ordered. Dr. Nathan Cross worked quickly at his computer, running the alien sounds through their advanced language programs. "I think I have something," Nathan said after several minutes. "The patterns are musical, almost like singing. They are saying something about welcome and peace." On the screen, beautiful crystal cities appeared across the planet's surface. The structures looked like giant diamonds catching sunlight, sending rainbow colors dancing across the land. 3 silver moons hung in the purple sky above the sparkling cities. "This is amazing," whispered Claire Watson. She had spent her whole life preparing for this moment. "They are actually welcoming us." A new voice came through the speakers, clearer now that the translator was working better. "Greetings, travelers from the stars. We are the Zephyrians. We welcome you to our world with open hearts and peaceful intentions." Commander Jake Phillips, the ship's security chief, smiled at his captain. "Orders, Captain?" Lisa said, straightening her uniform. This would be the first word spoken between humans and aliens. She had to get it right. "This is Captain Lisa Morgan of the human starship Harmony. We come in peace, seeking friendship and understanding between our peoples." The response came quickly, filled with musical tones that the translator turned into warm words. "We have waited long for others like us to find their way to the stars. Please, come down to our world. We have much to share and learn together." Lisa looked around the bridge at her crew. Everyone was smiling. This was going perfectly. They had found not just intelligent life, but friendly, intelligent life that wanted to meet them. "Prepare the landing shuttle," Lisa ordered. "History begins today." 3 weeks had passed since the humans arrived on the Zephyrian world. Captain Lisa Morgan walked through the crystal gardens with Christia, the leader of the alien people. The beautiful being looked like a tall person made of living diamond, with light dancing through her body as she moved. "Your people learn our ways quickly," Christia said, her voice like gentle music. "We are pleased with this friendship." Lisa smiled, watching human scientists work alongside Zephyrian teachers in the nearby laboratories. Everything was going better than Earth had hoped. Trade agreements were being written, and both species were sharing knowledge freely. Back on the ship, Lieutenant Amy Foster sat at her communication station when something made her frown. Strange signals were coming from deep space, coded in Earth military patterns. She worked to decode them, and what she found made her blood run cold. "Commander Phillips, you need to see this," Amy called to the security chief. Jake hurried over and read the decoded message. His face went pale. "Get the captain back here immediately." When Lisa returned to the ship an hour later, Jake pulled her into a private meeting room. "Lisa, we have a problem. Earth has sent a military ship. The UES Iron Fist is coming here." "What?" Lisa felt sick. "Why would they do that? Everything is going perfectly." "The message says they want to protect our mission and show strength to the aliens," Jake explained. "Admiral Henderson is commanding the ship.
He will arrive in 5 days. Lisa knew Admiral Henderson. He was a good soldier, but believed that all aliens were potential threats. He would arrive with weapons ready and shields up, following standard military rules. The Zephyrians will see this as an attack, Lisa said, pacing the room. They have told us about wars in their past. Military ships scare them. Amy tried to send messages back to Earth, telling them to recall the warship, but space communication took weeks to reach home. The Iron Fist would arrive long before any new orders could stop it. On the planet below, Christia's advisor Vorthak noticed changes in human behavior. The friendly visitors seemed nervous now, talking in whispers and looking worried. "Something has changed," Vorthak told Christia. "Perhaps these humans are not as peaceful as they seem." Lisa spent sleepless nights trying to think of solutions. She could not contact the Iron Fist to warn them about Zephyrian fears. She could not stop Admiral Henderson from following his military training. The countdown had begun, and Lisa could only watch as everything they had built was about to fall apart.
The space around the Zephyrian planet suddenly filled with bright light. The UES Iron Fist dropped out of hyperspace with its weapons powered and shields blowing. The massive warship was 3 times larger than the diplomatic vessel, covered in gun ports and armor plating. Admiral Roy Henderson stood on the bridge of his warship, studying the alien world below. "All stations, maintain battle readiness," he ordered his crew. "We don't know what these creatures are really planning." On the planet's surface, alarms began ringing in every crystal city. The Zephyrians had sensitive equipment that could detect the energy signatures of weapons. To them, the Iron Fist looked like a ship ready for war. Captain Lisa Morgan watched in horror from the diplomatic ship as panic spread through the alien cities below. "Get me Admiral Henderson right now!" she shouted. The Admiral's face appeared on her screen, stern and confident. "Captain Morgan, I'm here to protect your mission. These aliens need to see human strength." "Admiral, you don't understand. The Zephyrians are peaceful, but they have been attacked by warlike species before. Your weapons are scaring them." "Good. Fear keeps enemies honest. I'm not powering down anything." Below on the planet, Christia stood in her crystal palace watching the dark shape of the human warship through her window. Her body, usually bright with happy colors, had turned deep blue with sadness and fear. "The humans have betrayed us," said Vorthak, her advisor. "Their peaceful words were lies. They were studying us for invasion." "Activate all defense systems," Christia ordered, her musical voice now filled with pain. Giant crystal towers rose from the ground around every city, glowing with defensive energy. The beautiful planet that had welcomed humans now looked like a fortress ready for war. On the Iron Fist, a nervous weapons officer detected the rising defense towers. "Admiral, they are powering weapons and targeting us." Henderson's jaw tightened. "I knew it. These aliens were planning to attack us all along. Charge main guns and prepare to defend ourselves." Dr. Nathan Cross ran onto the diplomatic ship's bridge, his face white with fear. "Captain, I need to tell you something about Zephyrian psychology. When they feel cornered, they fight to protect themselves, but they have never started a war." It was too late. A young Zephyrian commander, terrified by the targeting scanners pointed at his city, fired the first shot. The beam struck the Iron Fist shields, and Admiral Henderson immediately ordered return fire. The peaceful first contact was over. The war had begun.
The space battle raged for 2 days. The Iron Fist fired its powerful guns at the crystal ships that rose from the planet to defend their world. The alien vessels shot beams of pure energy that made human electronics spark and fail. Colonel Sarah Mitchell led her Marines down to the planet's surface to rescue humans trapped in the alien cities. She expected to find prisoners locked in cages, but what she discovered shocked her. "Command, this is Mitchell," she spoke into her radio while standing in an underground shelter. "The humans down here are not prisoners. The aliens moved them to safety bunkers to protect them from the fighting. Lieutenant Commander Steve Rodriguez studied the battle data on his computer aboard the Iron Fist. Something strange caught his attention. "Admiral, look at this," he called Henderson over. "The alien ships are not trying to destroy us. They are only hitting our weapons and engines." Henderson frowned as he looked at the screen. "What are you saying?" "Sir, if they wanted us dead, we would be dead already. Their weapons are more accurate than ours, but they keep missing our crew areas. They are trying not to kill us." Down in the Crystal Cities, Dr. Nathan Cross met secretly with a Xenopherian scientist named Kellinar. The alien's body glowed with sad purple light as they worked together in a hidden laboratory. "Your people and mine are the same. We both fear attack, so we defend ourselves. But fear has made us enemies when we should be friends." Nathan nodded, looking at the data they had gathered. "Both our species protect what we love. We just protect differently." Meanwhile, Sergeant Tony Martinez and his squad were trapped behind enemy lines when their transport was shot down. As Xenopherian soldiers surrounded them, Tony prepared for the worst. But instead of attacking, the crystal beings offered them food and medical help. One young Xenopherian named Xian used her own body to shield injured humans from falling debris. "Why are you helping us?" Tony asked through his translator. "Because you are not our enemy. We are just afraid like we are afraid. Fear should not make us kill each other." Back in space, Captain Lisa Morgan made a desperate plan. If she could get both sides to stop fighting long enough to hear the truth, maybe this war could end before more people died. The key was getting everyone to listen to reason instead of fear.
Dr. Nathan Cross and the alien scientist Kellinar worked together to send a message to both fleets at the same time. They broadcast the real story of how the fighting started, showing everyone that it was all a big misunderstanding. "Listen to me," Nathan's voice reached every human and Zephyrian ship. "We are fighting because we are afraid, not because we are enemies. Both sides are trying to protect their people, but we have forgotten how to trust." Young Cyan, the Zephyrian who had saved human soldiers, added her voice to the broadcast. Her words were like music that touched the hearts of both species. "We do not have to be afraid of each other. We can choose to be friends instead." The message was working. Some ships on both sides stopped firing and began talking to each other. But then disaster struck. A human transport ship, damaged in the fighting, began falling toward the largest Zephyrian city. Its engines were dead, and 2 million crystal beings lived in the path of the crashing ship. "All ships, this is Captain Morgan," Lisa broadcast to everyone. "We need to work together to save that city, or millions will die." Admiral Henderson stared at his screen, watching the ship fall. In that moment, he realized what really mattered. All human ships help push that transport away from the city, work with the alien vessels. Both human and Zephyrian ships flew together, using their engines and tractor beams to push the falling ship away from the city. Humans and aliens worked side by side in space, saving lives instead of taking them. When the city was safe, a strange quiet fell over the battlefield. Both fleets floated in space, no longer enemies, but not yet friends. Christia's voice came over all communication channels, tired but hopeful.
Captain Morgan, can we try again? Can we learn to trust each other this time? Yes, Christia, we can do better. We will do better. Admiral Henderson spoke last, his voice humble. I am sorry for bringing war to your peaceful world. Humans can learn from our mistakes. 6 months later, a joint space station orbited the Zephyrian planet. Humans and aliens worked together, building a friendship that was stronger because it had survived the test of fear and misunderstanding. The peaceful first contact had been shattered, but from the broken pieces they built something better. They built trust that would last forever.